under here, so, okay. Let's see. What does he say? Is it in his prayer book that he says it, or he says it? Okay, he does it right now. Keep talking, it's all good. I'm just fixing one thing. Let's see here. Awesome. Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.
How wonderful it is to be here today. How many of you, this is your 6th time here? Okay, Justin, Brandon, Shane, Garrett, Lauren, now Aidan. How many of you, this is your first time at Temple Beth Shalom? Awesome, welcome. We are glad that you are all here. I'm Rabbi Heidi Cohen, and this is...
I'm Cantor David Reinwald.
We will be your guides on this wonderful Shabbat. Now, why do we say guides? We say guides because this is a Shabbat morning service. This is not a performance. This is our joining together in worship, in moments of connection, creating intention for our being able to be present on this beautiful day. And so between Cantor and myself, and especially this young man that's to my left, your right, Aidan Arnold, who is becoming bar mitzvah, we're going to be leading our Shabbat morning service, and we hope that you'll be participating. Now, how is that going to happen? Well, first we're going to warm up our voices. So allow us to kind of come together and be focused in this place. So I'm going to ask you, if you have a cell phone or anything that makes noise like that, make sure that it's turned to silent, or even better yet, turn it off. So that way we can connect with one another instead of our technology. We're going to be present here. So Cantor, help us warm up our voices, please.
We join together in this melody, which is called a nigun. This is a melody that has no specific words, so we can focus on how the music makes us feel as we sing the syllables yelalai, as we warm up our mind, body, spirit, and voice. So please join in as we sing with a smile. Yalla la la la, yalla la la la, yalla la la la, yalla la yalla la, yalla la la la, yalla la la la, yalla la la la, yalla la yalla la, yalla la la la, yalla la yalla la, yalla la la la, yalla la la la, yalla la la la, yalla la yalla la, yalla la la la, yalla la la la, ya 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 la la la.
So, we're going to be joining together, as I said just a moment ago, we're going to be joining together in our worship, in our morning service. First of all, though, I asked you to turn off technology, but we do want to take a moment because we also are using technology to make sure that we bring in people who are not able to be here with us physically. We stream all of our services when we're here in the sanctuary, and so that way those who are not able to attend, who might live far away, are able to be a part of the community and part of especially this wonderful special Shabbat. And we especially want to say Shabbat Shalom to Uncle Marvin, to Aunt Judy, and Cousin Jeffrey, who are streaming services. So we wish you Shabbat Shalom. And we're glad that you are streaming in, along with anybody else who the Arnold family gave the web address to. But also to those of you who stream in regularly, we're glad that you're joining with us. We have our photographer, Darcy's in the back there. She's going to capture the moments, which allows us to be here and to be present with one another. So those of you who have never been to a Shabbat morning service, I'm going to help kind of orient you, so that way you can follow along and participate as well. So first thing that we need is our prayer book. So right in front of you all are your prayer books. Feel free to pick one of those out. There you go. Excellent. You might need to share in some of the, but awesome. All right, so gentlemen, hello. Hi. What do you guys notice about these books? What's different about them? It's weird. I like that. They open in a different direction. Exactly. They open, instead of from left to right, they open from right to left. Because Hebrew is read from right to left, not from left to right. So we're going to open our prayer books in a different way. Now open it to anywhere in the prayer book in the middle of the book. Just kind of randomly open it up. And you guys are going to see Hebrew in there. On the right-hand column are the Hebrew letters, the Hebrew words. But then there's a left-hand column that has what's called transliteration. Because we recognize not everybody is able to decode the Hebrew, to read the Hebrew letters. So we put in there the transliteration so that everyone can follow along and pronounce the words, and it's a great teaching tool. So you can follow along with what Aidan is reading. Right below it is the translation of the Hebrew, and then on the opposite page, usually on the left-hand page, will be another interpretation of the same prayer, another way of how we might read the prayer. Now, Aidan has his special prayer book, which you'll notice is a different color. And so I'll tell you about that in just a second, but here's the cool thing with his. See his Hebrew? He doesn't have the transliteration. Ooh, Aidan has been studying Hebrew for a number of years, as do all of our B'nai Mitzvah students, all of our religious school students. And so they read directly from the Hebrew. Now his prayer book also is special in that it is thicker, so it's a great, for weightlifting, building up those strong muscles, especially for later on in the service. Yep, he needed those. And it also contains all of the services, not just Shabbat services, but it also contains weekday services and festival services. So this is the complete Mishkan Tefillah prayer book, whereas we have here in our pews the Shabbat-only prayer book. That means that the page numbers are going to be slightly different. So if you look at your page numbers in your prayer books, you'll notice that there's two sets, one set in black, one set in blue. And so when we call out page numbers throughout the service, we are referring to the page numbers that are in the blue, and that corresponds to Aidan's prayer book. So just follow along with us there. Well, then we also pray with our bodies. There will be times throughout the service that we'll ask you to rise. There'll be times that you'll notice that we will bow in humble reverence before God. So there's choreography that happens throughout our service as well, and we promise to guide you through that, because it's not written in the prayer book. Rather, it's, we will tell you directly when we're doing what we're doing. And then finally, we pray with what we wear. So we have the kippah, the yarmulke. It's a reminder of God's presence all around us. And then there is the prayer shawl, the talit. Now the talit, we are told in the book of Numbers, we're commanded to wear fringes on the corners of our garment. These are called tzitzit. And the tzitzit are there to remind us of the 613 commandments that God has given to us. It's a lot of commandments. How many of you thought there were only 10? Yeah, exactly. 613. It's a lot. Now, we can't perform all 613 commandments, especially because the temple in Jerusalem doesn't exist anymore. If you look actually on our wall there, the yellow window is a depiction of what was thought to be the second temple in Jerusalem. Time when we offered sacrifices, when the priests, the Kohanim, officiated over everything. Well, times have changed. We don't offer sacrifices anymore. Rather, we offer the prayers of our hearts. So when we look upon the tzitzit, the fringes on our corners of our garment, we're reminded of a couple of things. One, how important it is for us to study and to learn Torah. To look at the words, even if they're not relevant. We talked about that in our Torah study today, that sometimes, the words in it are no longer relevant to us anymore. But where do we find the meaning? What's happening? How do we connect to Torah? Just because the words may not be directly relevant doesn't mean that they're not important. They absolutely are. So that's the first thing. And then to also teach it and to hold on to it and pass it on, not only keeping it to ourselves, but teaching it to our children, which Patty and Brian, the two of you, have done so beautifully. You have taught your children Torah. You have brought them, each of them, all three of them, so Garrett and Lauren and now Aidan, to this moment of being teachers of Torah. So, when a young woman becomes a bat mitzvah, a daughter of the commandments, she receives her first talit. And when a young man becomes a bar mitzvah, a son of the commandments, he receives his very first talit. So Aidan, come on up here. And I'm going to invite Gail and Andres Telesnik and Steve Arnold to go ahead and come on up and present you with your first talit. You can come over this way. There you go.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu l'kitatei b'tzitzit.
Amen.
Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, eternal soul of the universe, who makes us holy through the mitzvot and commands us to wear fringes on the corner of our garment. Wonderful.
And I just wanted to say a few things. I didn't think I was going to feel so nostalgic. But we've been talking, this is the 6th bar mitzvah, my brother and our family, and you're the baby. And you're going to do such a great job, and I'm so proud. It's been so amazing to watch you grow up. I love your personality. You're always so smiley and silly, and I'm really proud of you, Garrett. I mean, I'm a good person.
Well, we have a tradition going on.
Well,
We have a story to go with that one.
I've messed up before. I introduced my brothers as my sisters all the time. So, anyway, Aidan, you're the best.
You're gonna stay right here. No, go ahead. There you go. Sure. It's good. It's wonderful. Brothers and sisters, interchangeable. It's all good. I want to invite forward 3 of your friends who wanted to bring blessings. So Ryan Abaye and Jay and Jeet Parike to come forward and share with us. So I'm sorry, I should have told you this. No, you guys come up. We actually don't applaud during services, but we'll be able to say Yasher Koach and Mazel Tov later on. So gentlemen, here you go. Come over here at this side, so then that way you can use the microphone. Everybody gets to hear you, and there you go. You see Aidan there.
Hello, my name is Ryan Abaye. Now that I've known Aidan for over 6 years now, talking about all the memories we've had over the years would almost be impossible. There are many great qualities that Aidan possesses that have stayed a part of him since we met in 1st grade all the way until today. Whether it's at lunch at school or on car rides to basketball practice, he's always someone who's able to find a way to bring up one of our million inside jokes, which I always appreciate. His endless supply of energy makes him likable to all people and always makes being around him an enjoyable experience. This energy translates onto the basketball court, where he's always able to lead by example with his ability to lay all of his effort out onto the floor. Both on and off the court, he's someone that I've always enjoyed being around. Another thing that impresses me about Aidan is his ability to talk to people. He's always been someone I could count on to be my voice, to maybe say something that maybe I can't. For example, this summer, we were at an NBA Summer League game in Las Vegas. I was behind a crowd of people attempting to get an autograph from top 5 NBA draft pick Trae Young, who had already begun walking away from where I was standing at the moment. Since Aidan was closer to him than I was, I handed him my tiny basketball. He got Trae to walk back towards us, and he even got him to sign my ball. He takes credit for getting me the autograph, and I usually don't give it to him, even though it was him who got me the autograph. That basketball still sits in my room today. Throughout the years, my friendship with Aidan is something that has always managed to stay. When I was in 3rd grade, I was accepted into the APIS program, something that our school, Canyon View, did not have. This meant that I would have to change schools, something that I spent lots of time thinking about. If I were to switch schools, I would have to risk seeing Aidan less and less, something that was a large factor in my decision. Although I did end up changing schools, Aidan and I were able to stay friends through basketball, a game that we have been playing since the games had no scoreboards and 7-foot hoops. It has truly been a blessing being able to be friends with Aidan for all these years, and today is definitely a special day for a special person, and I'm honored to be part of it. Thank you.
Yasher Koach.
So, hello, my name is Jay. I've known Aidan since 2nd grade, and when I arrived here in Irvine, Aidan was one of the most lively characters. Back when I was in Canyon View, he would always run around the fields and play whatever sport or whatever game anyone was playing. He was clearly a happy, outgoing kid. Another thing that was clear to me was his love of basketball. When Mr. Arnold was coaching our 2nd grade SoCal Elite basketball team, Aidan was always raring to do the drills. However, his favorite part, though, was scrimmage, which we did after practice. Even more, he loved Saturdays because that was game day. In one of the final games of the season, we were in a close game with another team. We had little time left, and we were losing by 1. Coach Arnold drew up a play for Aidan. Because of all his hard work, Aidan got the pass and scored a great buzzer beater. The entire team saw the jubilation in Aidan's eyes. Today, I can still see the same jubilation. Also, even if you've even remotely hung out with Aidan, you can clearly see that he's a funny guy. He always manages to crack in a joke here and then, not to the point where it gets annoying, but to the point where it's funny every single time. I'm so lucky to have 3 classes with him this year, and it's been an honor being friends with him. I hope to share many more memories with you.
Mazel tov.
Hello, my name is G. I am truly honored to be able to speak today at Aidan's bar mitzvah. Aidan and I first met in 2013 when I moved from Boston. When I first made the move, I was regretting it because I missed my old friends. However, after acquiring friends like Aidan, my opinion changed. Aidan and I share a mutual interest for sports. Many times at lunch, you can see us playing basketball together. There are multiple embarrassing stories about Aidan that I would have liked to share, but there is one in particular that particularly touches me. One time, Aidan, my brother, and I had gone camping near Lake Elsinore. We were making breakfast for the entire troop. So we had to make eggs, and who could have thought it was so hard? Our naive cooking minds thought the more oil, the better. So we poured in a whole bottle of oil into the pan. And after 5 minutes, we were utterly confused why the eggs weren't cooking. We called Mr. Arnold to take a look, and he glanced once at the pan and laughed. Somehow, Aidan, my brother, and I had managed to both use up all of our oil and mess up breakfast for the entire troop. But don't get me wrong, now Aidan is a great cook. Every year in Mother's Day, we all gather at one house, and Aidan always does a fantastic job with the eggs. Aidan is also extremely compassionate. Since the first day I saw him, Aidan has always been helping people. One time, when we were playing flag football at school, one of our friends fell and broke his arm. Aidan was the first person to alert everyone. He was the first person to get the teachers, first person to get the nurse, and Aidan's compassion raised the spirits of all of us. Aidan is a true friend. Once again, I am honored to be able to speak at his bar mitzvah. Thank you.
Yasher koach. Thank you all very much. Great.
Oh.
Perfect. Thank you, guys. As we're going to turn in our prayer books, you will stay right here, my friend. We're going to turn to page 224. So we join together with Chatzi Kaddish.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבם.
Amen.
ועלמד יברח חירותי וימליך מלכותי בחייכון וביומייכון וחיי כל בית ישראל בגאלה ובזמן קריב וימרו.
Amen. יהי שמי רבא מבורך לעולם עולם מעולמיה יתברך.
יתברך וישתבח ויפאר ויתרומם וינשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשם בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמה וימרו
Amen. We turn to page 226 as we rise for Baruch Hu, our call to worship.
Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Page 228.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, yotzer or uvrei hosech, osei shalom uvrei et hakol, hameir la'aretz v'ladarim alecha brachamim, uvtuvo mechadesh b'chol yom tamid, ma'aseh v'reshit, ma'rabu ma'asecha Adonai, kulam b'chochma asita, mal'ah ha'aretz kinyanecha, titzbarach Adonai Eloheinu, al shevach ma'aseh yadecha, Be'al me'orei or she'asita yifa'arucha selah.
Or chadash at Sion tahir. 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 V'nizke kulanu me'ira le'oro. V'nizke kulanu me'ira le'oro. Or chadash at Sion tahir.
Baruch atah Adonai, yotzer ha'me'orot. Please join me on page 231. Love your neighbor as yourself, you said, and light blinded we saw. That inner and outer worlds are one, as you are one. You spoke and we row. We reach for you down the centuries, your light moving before us. As we climbed, fell back, and climbed again. Your Sinai of life. Baruch atah Adonai, habocher ba'amo, Yisrael be'ahava.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai
Please be seated. We continue chanting together the Ve'ahavta on page 234. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha ve'hayu hadivarim ha'ele asher Anohi
Mitzavecha Hayom Alivavecha Vishinantam Levanecha Vidibarta Bam Beshivtecha Bevetecha Uvelechtecha Vaderech Uvshokmecha Uvekumecha Ukshartam Leot Al Yadecha Vehayu Letotafot Bein Einecha Uchtavtam Amezuzot Beitecha Uvish'arecha Leman Tiskeru Va'asitem et kol mitzvotai V'yitzem Kedoshim Lelohechem Ani Adonai Elohechem Asher hotzeiti lechem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem Elohim Ani Adonai Elohechem.
We continue on page 240, singing Micha Mocha.
la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Sur Yisrael kuma be'ezrat Yisrael ufedech neumecha Yehuda ve'Yisrael go'aleinu Adonai tzvaot shemo Kadosh Yisrael Baruch Ata Adonai Ga'a Yisrael.
Amen. Page 242.
Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips and that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotzeinu v'Imotzeinu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, v'Konei Hakol, v'Zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם למען שמו באהבה מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומידו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל, ברוך אתה אדוני מחיה הכל. נקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב על יד נביאך, וקרא זה אל זה ואמר, קדוש 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוא כל הארץ כבודו. אדיר אדירנו אדוני אדוננו מאדיר שמך בכל הארץ, ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו. אחד הוא אלוהינו, הוא אבינו, הוא מלכנו, הוא מושיענו והוא ישמיענו ברחמיו לעיני כל חי. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהי ציון לדור ודור. הללויה. לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש, ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
To all generations, we'll declare your greatness, and for all eternity proclaim your holiness. Your praise, O God, shall never depart from our lips. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God.
Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh. We join together at the bottom of page 250 as we sing Vishamru. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et Shabbat la'asot et Shabbat לדורותם בריבונם. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et Shabbat la'asot et Shabbat לדורותם בריבונם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם בגדולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם בגדולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם בגדולם.
We continue on page 252. Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, ritzei v'imnuchaltenu, kadeshenu b'mitzvotecha, v'tein chalkenu v'toratecha, sav'enu mituvecha, v'samchenu b'shuvtecha, v'taher libenu le'odecha be'emetz, v'hanchilenu Adonai Eloheinu, be'ahava uvratzon Shabbat kodeshecha, ve'anuhu va'Yisrael mekadesh shemecha baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat.
Amen.
We continue on page 254. Ritzei Adonai Eloheinu be'amecha Yisrael u'tfilatam be'ahava tekabel u'ti l'ratzon tamid avodat Yisrael amecha el korov l'chol korav panei el avodecha v'chunenu shefuch ruchacha aleinu v'techazena einenu b'shuvecha l'tzion barachamim baruch atah Adonai hamechazir shechinato l'tzion.
Amen.
Please join me on page 257. For the expanding grandeur of creation, worlds known and unknown, galaxies beyond galaxies, filling us with awe and challenging our imaginations. Modim anachnu lach. For this fragile planet Earth, its times and tides, its sunsets and seasons. Modim anachnu lach. For the joy of human life, its wonders and surprises, its hopes and achievements. Modim anachnu lach. For human community, our common past and future hope, our oneness transcending all separation, our capacity to work for peace and justice in the midst of hostility and oppression.
Modim anachnu lach.
For our high hopes and noble causes, for faith without fanaticism, for understanding of views not shared. Modim anachnu lach. For all who have labored and suffered for a fair world, who have lived so that others might live in dignity and freedom. Modim anachnu lach. For human liberties and sacred rights, for opportunities to change and grow, to affirm and choose. Modim anachnu lach. We pray that we may live not by our fears, but by our hopes, not by our words, but by our deeds. Blessed are you, Adonai. Your name is goodness, and you are worthy of thanksgiving. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha, ulecha na'eh lehodot.
We continue now on page 258, Sim Shalom.
Sim shalom, tova u'racha, מברך את עמו ישראל בשלום.
We continue in silent meditation.
עושה שלום במרומה, הוא יעשה שלום. עלינו ועל כל ישראל, והימרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומה, הוא יעשה שלום. עלינו ועל כל ישראל, Shalom in Roma, Huya Aseh Shalom, Alinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru Amen. Oseh Shalom in Roma, Huya Aseh Shalom, Alinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru Amen, ve'imeru Amen.
The next part of our service is Seder Kriyat HaTorah, the service, the order for reading of Torah. Now, Torah is, you saw them actually earlier during our Amidah when we went up to the ark, everybody stood, because actually the name of the prayer is Amidah, means to stand, so it's kind of nice that it tells us what to do. And then we opened up the ark doors, and there behind me are 6 Torah scrolls. And within each Torah, they're all exactly the same in that they all contain the exact same letters, words, sentences, paragraphs, books of the Torah. The first 5 books of the Bible: Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. Yet what makes each one of them unique is the different ages of each of them, or where they came from. The one on the top is a Sephardic Torah scroll that comes from the Middle East or from Spain. And so it's contained within its own hard shell case in order to protect it if you're traveling and it's hot, it's dusty, want to protect it from the elements. The other 5 Torah scrolls are Ashkenazic in style, meaning they come from Eastern Europe. And they have a soft cover there. Each one of them, however, also tells its own story because of where it came from community-wise. The middle Torah scroll that we are going to take out in just a few moments and pass around from generation to generation is our oldest Torah scroll. It comes from the Czech Republic. It's over 300 years old, and it has been passed on for many generations who we will never know all of their names. Many generations that no longer exist, unfortunately, because the Czech Torah scroll was saved during World War II at the time of the Shoah, of the Holocaust. Now, we recently repaired this Torah scroll and made it whole once again. And we use it to pass it from generation to generation as a great reminder that while there was a time in history that there were those, specifically the Nazis, who tried to destroy the Jewish people to get rid of all of us, we persevered. We survived. We are still here, and we are still strong and ever present. And so we pass that Torah scroll as a great reminder, and especially carrying with us the names of those who have no one else to remember them but us. But the Torah scroll that Aidan will read from specifically today is our newest Torah scroll. It's called Torah Sholom. And this Torah scroll is about 13, 14 years old. It's a Torah scroll that we all wrote together. And that Torah scroll, actually, I think you even wrote a letter in it many, many years ago. And how exciting to be able to participate. Do you remember that? You're kind of going, oh, okay. So being able to read from a text that you were a part of creating. What's really amazing, Aidan, is that this week's parasha, Titzaveh, you will be teaching us about it, about the priestly vestments, the things that were worn, the pieces that went into the Mishkan, the holy place. And today you bring to life not only how you actually wrote a letter in that Torah scroll, but not only how you read from the Torah scroll or chant from the Torah scroll, but more importantly, how you teach from it. How you teach from this book of Exodus and teach us how the stories that have been written down over 2,000 years ago, how they are relevant in our lives today. Aidan, you are not only a student of Torah, but you are our teacher. And that is such a blessing for us. So we're going to go on this wonderful journey of Torah, of studying Torah and learning from it. And everybody's going to have an opportunity to learn from it after we do our Hakafah, which after Aidan receives Torah, he's going to walk through the congregation with the Torah scroll. You might notice some people who are wearing talitot, they might touch the Torah and kiss it. They might take their prayer book and kiss it. We don't worship Torah. Rather, it's a great reminder. Why we do this is a reminder that Torah belongs to each and every one of us. And it is all of our responsibilities to learn from it, to challenge it, to grow from it. And so after we get back up here and we undress the Torah and we put it here on our bima, then I'll invite anybody who wants to come up and see it up close, to see this handwritten, beautiful, beautiful scroll, to come forward. So let's begin this great journey of Torah, of reading and studying and learning about it. So we turn in our prayer books to page 362.
In kamocha v'Elohim Adonai, ve'ein kima'asecha, malchutecha malchut kol amim, umemshaltecha b'chol dor v'ador. Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. Adonai oz lamo yitein, Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom.
So throughout our Torah service, we will be inviting many family members to come and participate and join with us in blessings and reading from Torah. But at the moment, I would like to invite to come and to stand here as we pass Torah from generation to generation. Richard and Judy Arnold, you'll go right there next to the railing, followed by Brian and Patty. You'll go stand with them, and then, of course, Aidan, as we'll pass Torah to each of you. And I'd like to invite forward to open our ark doors, Miranda Arnold, Brady Arnold, Noah Arnold, Eli Arnold, Jake Bartholomew, and Maya Bartholomew. If you all will please come forward and join us here at the ark. Come help us open the ark doors. Come on, guys. There we go. Oh. We okay? Okay. Come on up, guys. All right. So Noah and Eli, you guys come right up here. You need to help us as well. Hang on, face everybody, okay? Because they're still seated, so we need to get them to rise. Okay. So this is practice for you, Noah, for next year. Here we go. Ready? And lift and watch. Hopefully they all stand up. It works. That's awesome. All right. If you'll all open the ark doors.
Hetiv avitzonecha et Zion, tivnei chomot Yerushalayim, tivnei chomot Yerushalayim, ki becha levad batachnu, melech el ram v'nisa, Adon olamim.
Page 364.
Ki mitzion tetzei Torah, Ki mitzion tetzei Torah, udevar Adonai mirushalayim.
In this scroll is the secret of our people's life from Sinai until now. Its teaching is love and justice, goodness and hope. Freedom is its gift to all who treasure it. Page 366.
Baruch Shenatan Torah, Torah. Baruch Shenatan Torah, Torah. Le'amo Yisrael b'kedushato. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo. Gadelu Adonai Yiti, Hunerom Mema Shemo Yachdav.
If you'll all just stay right here as we take Torah and we pass it from one generation to generation. It is truly a gift, one that each of you have shared and have been blessed by, that you have been wonderful teachers of Torah. And now, today on this wonderful day, we get to share this gift of Torah as we pass it on to Aidan. There you go, right there. Aidan, this gift is yours. It belongs to you. Yaha. May its weight always keep you rooted in who you are, but always may it lift you up and inspire you as we get to walk now in the light of Torah.
Lecha Adonai hagidula vehagivura vehativeret vehanesach vehahod ki kol bashamayim u'ba'aretz ki kol bashamayim u'ba'aretz lecha Adonai הממלכה והמתנשא לכל ראש. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים, על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים. שלושה דברים, שלושה דברים, שלושה דברים העולם עומד על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים, על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים.
Before you are seated, those of you who'd like to come up and see the Torah up close and personal, I invite you to come on up and come join us. Otherwise, if you don't want to come up, you are welcome to be seated. Don't be shy. Come on, it's all good. I know, I'm watching the debate. Come on, there you go. You guys can come down from there. Perfect. You're good. You can hold. You got that? Yeah, you can be a little bit more comfortable. That's good. All right. Beautiful. Come gather around. Eli, don't worry. I'm going to give you this one. Just Eli and Noah, right? I got the right order. Okay. All right. Perfect. Gather around. Here, I'm going to have you, if you don't mind, if you'll just hold that. Perfect. Awesome. And hi, come on down here. You want to stay right there? You are perfect then. I think it's a great view from right there. Awesome. Thanks, Maya. Okay, so this is the Torah, and it is all handwritten by a scribe. Now, because it's a scroll, it needs to be bound together, because if we didn't bind it together, then it would just be very floppy, and that wouldn't be good. So all of our B'nai Mitzvah students, go ahead, and when we go on our 7th grade retreat in the fall, they make their Torah binders. So this is what Aidan made. Yeah, so there we go. Pretty talented. There you are. So he, including, I love the names. You have your family names on here, and okay, yeah, but it's pretty awesome. So, and of course, basketball right there too. So it's very personalized. Awesome, good job. Eli, you're going to hold that. You're in charge of that. Perfect. So a scribe will sit down and handwrite a Torah scroll on parchment. So this is parchment. Parchment comes from a kosher animal. Anybody have an idea what it takes for an animal to be kosher? Go for it. Very good, Sophia. Awesome. All right. Split hooves and chew its cud. All right. So split hooves, that's pretty easy. The hard hoof, it's split in the middle there. Chew its cud, it's a whole digestive process, so that the animal does not have the acids that we have in our stomach. So they eat, they chew, they swallow, they bring it back up. Okay, we'll just stop right there. Okay, we want lunch later. So, but that's what makes a kosher animal. Pigs. Well, it does. He eats grass, and he's vegetarian. So, but they're kind of vegan. I like it. So, for example, a pig is not kosher, has split hooves, but does not chew its cud. Camel, not kosher, chews its cud, but it's actually toes. Those are not hooves. The parchment that comes from here is probably from a cow, and we can see the different color, the coloration of the skin. Then a scribe is going to sit down with the parchment, with pieces of parchment. You'll notice that there's different pieces here. And on this particular parchment, there are 4 columns of letters. He or she will then etch in, if you look really, really carefully, they'll etch in lines, both horizontal and vertical. So that way they keep all of the columns nice and straight. They're going to use ink that is all natural. Comes from different berries and so forth, but especially a gallnut, which is where a wasp will lay its eggs in a tree, and that egg sac then becomes part of the process of making the ink. It'll take a year to make the ink. So boil it, cool it, until you make something that's indelible. And the final ingredient of the ink is honey. Exactly. Sweet as honey, right? Absolutely. So that's how Torah is supposed to be, as sweet as honey on our lips. Now the ink is going to last for many, many years. I told you we have a Torah in the Ark that's over 300 years old. And so we want to make sure that that ink is going to last. Now the interesting thing though is that the ink on the parchment is just going to sit on top of it. So we want to take very good care of the Torah scrolls, keep a good temperature, keep the humidity. 5 years ago yesterday, our congregation suffered a fire that was in the kitchen, in the back behind us over there, but the heat, the intense heat, and it took out all of the moisture in the air as well, caused that when our Torahs were checked by the sofer, by the scribe, they were actually able to flick the letters right off of the parchment. So they had to repair our Torah scrolls to make them whole once again, which they are. But with that ink there, we also don't want to touch it with our fingers, so to preserve it. So what we do is we use this wonderful thing right here. So what does this look like to you? A pointer finger, exactly. And a pointer finger's on a... Exactly. Yeah, see? There we go. Look at that. So we have a yad means hand. How awesome is that? So we get to follow along with our yad to keep track of where we're at, because there's a lot of words and lines on the page. So we use our yad instead of our fingers because the oils would break down the ink. Now, a scribe will use a feather to write the Torah scroll to use with the ink. They still do that to this day. And then they can repair it as well. Now, if they make a mistake, do you know what has to happen? Yeah, they first have to try to repair it. But if they can't scrape it off, and they're all the way to the very end right here, and they have to then start that whole page. Don't worry, not the whole thing. He was getting nervous next to me, going, what? No, just the page. All right, so, and then he can repair it that way. Yeah, does it make sense to people? Okay, so that's what makes a kosher Torah scroll. Now, there's no vowels, and there's no punctuation in Torah scroll either. So when Aidan was learning how to read Torah, as with all of our Torah readers today, and all of us actually, rabbis and cantors too, we start with what's called a pointed text, the text that has the vowels and the punctuation in it, and then eventually move ourselves over to the Torah scroll. Because if I change the vowel of something, I can change the meaning as well. And I want to be very careful not to do that. So that's how a Torah scroll is made and put together. Any questions? No? You got one? Go for it. Ah, that is a very good question. Who should we ask if they should?
Definitely ask him.
Oh, yeah, come here. Come here. No, this is easy. This is easy, I promise. This is easy. What's your name?
Micaiah.
Hi, Micaiah. Huh?
Micaiah Mitchell.
Hi, Micaiah. Nice to meet you. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is easy. Relax. You will still get lunch afterward, okay? No matter what. All right, see how the letters here, see the line? See how it's etched right here? And there's a letter here, there's a line here, okay? So the letters, the scribe writes the letters, just like we write on paper. Are the letters sitting on the line, or are they hanging from the line? Yeah. Phew. See, you had a 50-50 chance. Good job. They're hanging. They're hanging from the line. Now, it's really different than how we write, right? We go ahead and we write on the line, sitting on the line, but instead they hang from the line. Now, there's a great story that explains why. There you go. You can breathe. There's a great story as to why. The rabbis teach us that the reason why the letters hang is that line represents the division between heaven and earth. We are always trying to make ourselves more holy, to reach up toward God. And so therefore, we are the letters, and then that line there is heaven. So we're always trying to get up closer toward God and holiness. So that is why they are hanging from the line. So thank you. Aidan, do you have any other questions? No, you're good? You sure? Yes. No. The closest decor that you will have on the letters will be, there are some crowns here. When you have a chance, if you can't see them from here, there's little like crowns that come from the tops of the letters. That's a stylistic thing based on the scribe. A scribe learns how to write a Torah from another scribe, from another scribe, from another scribe. There's no school that you can go to. So the crowns are stylistic, and they're taught why to do it from that scribe. No, not on the page. Now, there's a really cool Torah. It's called the Illuminated Torah, Illustrated Torah. That's not a kosher Torah scroll, and it's mostly done in English and so forth. That is all decorated and so forth, but you wouldn't use it in ritual like this. In our Czech Torah scroll, there is another kind of decoration with one of the letters, the letter Pei, which kind of does this, and in the middle of it, it spirals. And it's called the spiral Pei. The cool thing with that one is that you will never see that written again, because a scribe has to teach a scribe has to teach a scribe. Why? Unfortunately, the last scribe who knew how and why to do the spiral Pei, not how but why, perished in the Holocaust. And so because we don't have the answer to that, we're no longer allowed to write it that way. So that's why we take very good care of that Czech Torah scroll, because it does have those letters in it. So there you go.
That's why we also write down things that we think otherwise nobody's going to do.
You're right, absolutely. That's why we write down things that we think, because otherwise nobody will remember them. And yeah, so what?
It's like the internet.
It's like Instagram. Oh, I like it. In some ways, you know what? Instagram and Facebook, those kind of things, they become, and the internet, they become our memories. Just don't think everything on the internet is true, but very cool. That's why we write things down, because that way we remember them. Thank you.
I mean, there's one true thing, and that's rules.
There is, definitely. Thank you. All right. Any other questions? We're good?
Thank you.
All right. Thank you guys very much. You may go have a seat. Thank you. Gentlemen, you can go have a seat in the front row with those, okay? And I'll call you back up when we need you. All right. There we go. Okay. So now, throughout our reading of Torah, we will invite forward a number of people for our blessings and reading of Torah and our English translation. Cantor.
For our first aliyah, chanting the blessing, Richard Arnold, Reuven Bitzalo Ben Label Vishindel Tzvia, Judy Arnold, Dr. Ron Arnold, Rachmiel Ben Label Vishindel Tzvia, and Wendy Arnold, Rachel Bat Chaim Virez. Reading from the Torah, Garrett Arnold, Ari Michael Ben Bela Ve'amizat, and reading the English translation, Judy and Wendy Arnold. Ya'amdu l'aliyah harishona.
Blessing? Yeah, it's right here. Oh, we're right in Britain. Are you doing the English blessing? I'm doing English. Okay, so if you're doing the English one, you go on the other side of Cantor. We're doing the blessings. Right. But she's doing English? Oh, she's doing, you're doing both?
We're doing Richard and I, and the four of us are doing the blessing.
They'll mark it with their tally tunes.
Right here?
Yeah.
All right, well, if you want to take your seat right there and touch it. Okay. Beautiful. So touch to the first word.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Adonai Hambarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Adonai Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol ha'amin. V'natan et Torah. Baruch atah Adonai Nosein HaTorah.
Vayomer Ve'asita Choshen Me'aseh Me'aseh Choshe Kema'aseh Afad Te'asenu Zahav Ve'techelet Ve'argaman Ve'tolatat Shani Vishesh Mozar. Ta'asen Oto Ravua Yehye Ko Kaful Zeret Akol Vizeret Roch Rochbo Umileta Vo Meluach Evan At Evan Arba'ad Turim Aven Tur Odem Pitach Uvareche Hatur Haecha.
You shall make a breastpiece of decision worked into a design. Make it into the style of the ephod. Make it of gold, of blue, purple, and crimson yarns, and of fine twisted linen. It shall be square and doubled, a span in length and a span in width, set in mountain stones in 4 rows. The first row shall be a row of carnelian, chrysolite, and emerald.
Great. Take your hand, if you'll take your tzitzit once again to the last word. Right here. There we go.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chai olam notah b'sochenu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
For our second aliyah, chanting the blessing, Gail Telesnik, Gila Bat Reuven Videvra, Andres Telesnik, Avram Ben Ichil Vichela, and Steve Arnold Yaakov Ben Reuven Videvra. Reading from Torah, Lauren Arnold, Devorah Rachel Bat Belev Amizat, and reading the English translation, Gail and Steve. Ya'amdu l'aliyah hashenit.
Baruch hu et Adonai Hamvorach. Baruch Adonai Hamvorach leolam vaed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Be'atur hasheni nofes apir ve'yahalom ve'atur hashlishi leshem shivo ve'achlama ve'atur harvi'im tarshish v'shoham ve'yashvei mishubatzim zahar ihu be'mila otam Ve'avanim tiena al shemot b'nei Yisrael Shem Esrei al shemotam Pihute otam ish al shemo tiena lishnei asar shaveh.
The second row, a turquoise, a sapphire, and an amethyst. The third row, a jacinth, and a agate, and a crystal. And the fourth row, a beryl, a lapis lazuli, and a jasper.
They shall be framed with gold in their mountings. The stones shall be correspond in number to the names of the sons of Israel, 12, corresponding to their names. They shall be engraved like seals, each with its name, for the 12 tribes.
Lauren, if you'll take your tzitzit once more to the last
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata betochenu.
Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
For our third aliyah, chanting the blessing, Brandon Telesnik, Eitan Liron ben Avram Vigila, Shane Telesnik, Talor ben Avram Vigila, Justin Telesnik, Ephraim ben Avram Vigila, Jeremy Arnold, Kalman ben Yaakov Vizisa Yudis, and Perry Arnold, Tova ben Yaakov Vizisa Yudis. Reading from Torah, Aidan Arnold, and also reading the English, Aidan.
Aidan, go ahead and come over here. Go ahead and take your seat, please. And touch it to the first word. Not like a spaghetti. Kiss.
Baruch et Adonai Hamborah.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamborah Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Asita ahachoshen sharshot gavlut maaseh avot zahav tahor. Be'asita ahachoshen shetei tabeot zahav v'natata eshetei hatabaot al shnei kitzot hachoshen. V'natata eshetei avotot hazahav al shetei hatabaot al kitzot hachoshen. On the breastpiece, make braided chains of corded work in pure gold. Make 2 rings of gold on the breastpiece, and fasten the 2 rings at the 2 ends of the breastpiece, attaching the 2 golden cords to the 2 rings at the ends of the breastpiece.
Take your seat once again. Right here.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'hayei olam nata b'tohenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. So Aidan there was the agent for each of them because we're all commanded to read from Torah. And so sometimes we want to appoint somebody to read that for us. But by doing the blessing, they then receive also the honor of that mitzvah. Now, Patty and Arnold and Brian, if you guys will come up as well right here, because now I want you to come forward to see as your son is called to Torah, officially himself now for fulfilling this mitzvah of being called to Torah as a bar mitzvah.
Ya'amod habachur habar mitzvah Ephraim Levi ben Bela ve'amizat la'aliyah haTorah.
There you go. Go ahead and mark here with your tzitzit.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Uv ha'alot aharon et hanerot Bein ha'arbaim yaktirena kitoret tamid. Lifnei Adonai ledorotechem lo ta'aluv alav. Ketoret zara ve'ola uminha ve'henesech lo tisechu alav. Bechiper Aharon al karnotav ahat bashana midam haktav hagiporim ahat bashana yechiper alav ledorotechem kodesh kodashim hu l'Adonai.
Yasher koach. The English right there.
And Aaron shall burn it at twilight, when he lights the lamp, a regular incense offering before the Eternal throughout the ages. You shall not offer an alien incense on it, or a burnt offering or a meal offering, neither shall you pour libation on it. Once a year, Aaron shall perform purification upon its horns with blood of the sin offering of purification. Purification shall be performed upon it once a year throughout the ages. It is most holy to the Eternal.
Great, thank you. Now take your seat once again. To the last word, perfect.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'hayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Yasher koach, mazel tov. Give nice big hugs and kiss mom and dad. There you go. Mazel tov. Mazel tov. Mwah. You guys may return to your seat. As we take a moment now to offer a Mishaberach, prayer for healing for all of those who are in need of healing of mind and body and spirit. I invite you to think about those and take them into your hearts, those from our families, those of our friends, those within our community of any faith and any tradition. We offer this Mishaberach. Mishaberach Avotenu v'Imotenu Avraham, Yitzchak v'Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel v'Leah, Hu yivarech et hacholim. May the Blessed Holy One be filled with compassion, for everyone's health to be restored, for everyone's strength to be revived. May God swiftly send all of those who are in need of healing, complete renewal of body and spirit, and let us say, Amen. Noah and Eli, if you guys will come on up as well, and also Steve, if you'll come on up, you'll be holding our Torah. We're going to take a moment here to give honor to our Torah scroll. And so we're going to ask everyone to please rise as Aidan goes ahead and lifts our Torah, and then we'll dress it. Here we go.
V'zot haTorah asher sam Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael al pi Adonai biyad Moshe. Ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 la.
The Haftarah for Parashat Tetzaveh is Ezekiel chapter 43, verses 10 through 17. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar b'nvi'im tovim, v'ratzav v'divrehem haneimarim be'emetz, Baruch atah Adonai, habacher b'Torah, uv Moshe avdo, uv Yisrael amo, uv'nvi'ei ha'emet v'tzedek. Atah ben Adam, hagid et Beit Yisrael, et habayit ve'yikalamu me'avonotehem, umadidu et tochnit, ve'im nichlemu mikol asher asu, tzurat habayit utchunatov, umotzav, umovav, bechol tzurotav, ve'etz kol hukotav, v'chol tzurotav, v'chol torotav, hodah utam, uchtov le'eineihem, ve'yishmeru et kol tzuratov, ve'et kol hukotav, ve'asu utam. Zot Torat habayit al rosh hahar, kol givulo saviv, saviv, kodesh kodashim, hine zot Torat habayit. Now you, O mortal, describe the temple to the house of Israel, and let them measure its design. But let them be ashamed of their iniquities. When they are ashamed of all they have done, make known to them of the plan of the temple and its layout, its exits and entrances, its entire plan, and all the laws and instructions pertaining to its entire plan. Write it down before their eyes, that they may faithfully follow its entire plan and all its laws. Such are the instructions for the temple on top of the mountain. The entire area of its enclosure shall be most holy. Thus far the instructions for the temple, and these are the dimensions of the altar. In cubits, where each is a cubit and a handbreadth, the trench shall be a cubit deep and a cubit wide, with a rim 1 span high around its edge. And the height shall be as follows, from the trench in the ground to the lower ledge, which shall likewise be a cubit wide, 2 cubits from the lower ledge to the upper edge, which shall likewise be a cubit wide. 4 cubits, and the height of the altar hearth shall be 4 cubits, with 4 horns projecting upward from the hearth. 4 cubits. Now the hearth shall be 12 cubits long and 12 broad, square with 4 equal sides. Hence the upper base shall be 14 cubits broad with 4 equal sides. The surrounding rim shall be half a cubit high, and the surrounding trench shall measure 1 cubit, and the ram shall face east. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, tzor kol ha'olamim, tzadik b'chol hadorot, ha'el ha'ne'eman, ha'omer ve'oseh, ha'mdaber u'mekayem, shekol devarav emet v'tzedek, al ha'torah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al hanvi'im ve'al yom ha'shabbat hazeh, Shenatata lanu, Adonai Eloheinu, likdusha v'limnuchad, lichavod otifaret, al hakol, Adonai Eloheinu, anachnu modim lach, umevarchim otach, yitbarach shim hai b'fi kol tamid le'olam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh Chodesh HaShabbat.
Amen. What Aidan shared with us of this Haftarah seemed, you're kind of going, what? Cubits this, cubit that, hand breadth this, trench that. This whole description of how to build the temple. Because, in our Torah portion, we're talking about the tabernacle in the desert, but now here it is talking about the temple and very specific instructions. Basically, it's the archaeological plans. So thank you for sharing that. Now, I'm expecting that you'll start on this.
I already started.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Never mind. He's got me.
Centimeters.
Yeah, okay, the centimeters and okay, perfect. Well, with that, we are going to now. Where are you going? I need you still. Don't leave me. We're going to go ahead and return our Torah to the Ark as we turn to page 374. And we invite everyone to please rise.
הודו על הארץ ושמיים וירן קרן לעמו תהילה לכל חסידיו לבני ישראל עם קרובו הללויה הללויה עץ חיים היא למחזיקים בה ותומכיה מאושר דרכיה דרכי נועם וכל נתיבותיה שלום השיבנו אדוני אליך ונשובה חדש חדש ימינו חדש ימינו כקדם.
So you can put that over there. Perfect. There you are. Okay.
Just like a bright light, there's always an everlasting passion in all of you to make a change in the society today. To prepare for my bar mitzvah and service project, it all started 2 years ago when my family and I went on a trip with our congregation to Ensenada, Mexico. While traveling around the city, I couldn't help but notice the amount of homeless. I remember spotting many poor families. Many were single mothers caring for the youngest, as the others tried their best to make money by selling whatever they had. I've seen homelessness before in California, but for some reason, seeing all of those families with young children in Mexico hit me harder than ever, and it was very saddening. It was much different than seeing those who are homeless in other places. In Mexico, kids were doing their best to support their parents. I could still remember all the times I saw a family trying to make some kind of money or by exchanging or selling their own belongings. Later, when I was in New York, I noticed more people who were experiencing homelessness. I've always had a soft spot in my heart for those less fortunate, and no matter who they are and what they do with it, I want them to get back on their feet. Although I understand there will always be people who are experiencing homelessness, I challenge everyone to be kind to others and to make our society better. My service project was dedicated for a small shelter located in Ensenada named Casa Albergue. Casa Albergue is a home where children who are separated from their families go. I made an Amazon wish list and shared the word about donating. Many people were willing to donate or purchase things off the wish list. At the house, children have a tougher life there, considering all of what they have is very limited. Most of their entertainment is in the front of the house, where they run around and be kids for 2 whole hours. They had a school upstairs, and all the bedrooms were downstairs. We had tons to donate, and the kids were ecstatic to see everything they just got. I remember them saying regalos, meaning presents in Spanish, happier than ever when they saw all of the Play-Doh. After we delivered all of the donated items, we stayed and played puzzles that people had donated. Although I couldn't speak Spanish, I did my best to talk to them with hand signals. It was great being there, and I hope that my visit impacted them in a positive way for weeks to come. Seeing all of their smiles and laughs when we were playing puzzles felt as if this Mitzvah project was a huge success. This week's Torah portion speaks about the Ner Tamid. The Ner Tamid is the bright everlasting light just above us. To start, the Ner Tamid reminds us that God is always present, especially in our sanctuary. It used to be an oil lamp, or today a light bulb, and is meant to be lit for as long as possible, or the light bulb until replaced. This is the Ner Tamid. But the Ner Tamid, or eternal light, is more than just an everlasting light. It also means an everlasting passion or hope. My Ner Tamid perspective is the light of hope that I have by wanting to help serve others, less fortunate than I am, and my passion to do kind things for people. This is an important lesson in Jewish life, that the Jewish people are an or lagoyim, a light to all nations. As an example, one could say that it is the responsibility of the Jewish people to keep everyone safe on a dark hike by using a flashlight to direct the way. So just like that flashlight, I am guiding all of you on this day. Becoming a bar mitzvah right now, leading all of you today with certain blessings and prayers feels incredible, especially since these last 5 months before today have been preparation to this day. But truly, it's been a roller coaster for years now, and I've worked toward this day. Many times, my mom has told me the same story. In first grade, I went to my first day of Hebrew school. I was too little to know my own religion, and when I heard that I was Jewish and class was dismissed, I jumped right into my mom's arms to tell her I am a Jew. Ironic though, because I didn't really know what it meant to be a Jew yet. But over years now, I have learned what it means to be a Jew. Many people around me have taught me exactly how to be a Jew, and part of being Jewish is helping others. For example, on my basketball team, picking up a teammate from the ground, high-fiving them, or motivating them after a missed shot. As for at temple, when my class and I all went to the synagogue, I always enjoyed to sing songs with Cantor. I would always sing, even if others didn't sing with me. I never stopped singing, even if I may have not known all the words at times, or if I sang bad. Many people have held the flashlight from me, and I want to thank them, starting with both Rabbi Cohen and Cantor. Both of you have changed who I am, and have allowed me to be where I am today. Thank you to all of my amazing friends. There is a famous quote that says, "Show me your friends, and I'll show you your future." All of you have helped me to this day, and I'm so thankful to have such kind and trusting friends in my life. Thank you to my basketball teammates. You guys are great basketball players, wise, and the best friends ever. The fact that I found you guys is a miracle, because we all seem alike, and each of you accept me for who I am. Thank you to all my cousins, as well as my aunts and uncles. Some coming from other states to be here today or already in the state. All of you are fantastic to be with and a joy to be around, and it is impossible to keep a straight face around all of you. Also, thank you to my grandparents, Nai, Papa Richard, and Nana Judy. All of you are great and have been with me since I was born. You are inspirations to me, and you have showed me why age is not a number and that it's never too late to accomplish your heart's desire. Lauren, you have been great to me over these couple of months. Artistically, you are one of the most creative people I know. All of your fun games that we've played tons of times. The best part about us is that we bond so well. We've done so many things together, and it's brought us closer every time. Thank you for helping me with schoolwork and a lot of the NHD, and by far, you are a perfect sister. Garrett, thank you for everything you have done for me. You've taken time away from your busy schedule, full of homework and college applications, just to spend some time outside or to play some kind of game with me. You've done too much for me that it feels near impossible for me to repay you. You and I fit so well, it's almost like butter and bread. I'm the rough sourdough, and you're the smooth butter directing me through wherever I need to go. Thank you for everything. I will miss you so much when you leave for college next year, but knowing you, I know you will do amazing things. Dad, firstly, thank you for preparing me for today. Although you're my dad, I've always felt some type of brotherly connection because us two get each other so well, and I could share so many opinions with you. What I mean by this is that us two always spend time together. You've come to almost all of my basketball games, supported me, drove me in the morning at 7 o'clock to get me to my games. We've gone to Vegas together, NBA games, summer league games, and so much more. Thank you for being with me every step of the road. You've been with me on my entire journey till now, and you are an amazing dad. Mom, you've been my #1 fan, and I've always been. You've been everywhere for the past years with everyone playing some kind of sport or debate. We've always called you an Uber driver because you take us everywhere, and we joke about it. But we know how hard your life could be at times, and how difficult your life could be at times, but you still fight through to make our childhood amazing. You've always kept up with what we do, understanding my best friends, Garrett's and Lauren's. You've taught me emotion best out of everyone, and how kindness is the most important thing. Everyone that I know, you know as well. Many people enjoy having you around. You understand things that I like, Lauren and Garrett. Thank you so much for an amazing 13 years and so many more to come. You have never treated me wrong, and no matter what happens, I hope you know I will always love you. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter who you are. Like the Ner Tamid, it is an everlasting hope. So do whatever you can to change someone's life. Make their day. Show that person why they are great. But whatever it is that's inside of you, the Ner Tamid should always be in your heart somewhere, as it is an everlasting light.
Aidan, where do I even begin? You are my partner in crime. You are the person I can count on to make me laugh. You bring such a positive energy that exuberates from your infectious smile. But more importantly, you are my brother. No matter how tall you get or how old we grow, you're gonna get there. You're gonna be tall one day. No matter how tall you get or how old we grow, I will always be your big sister. I will always be by your side if you need someone to catch you when you fall and to be your partner in crime in this adventure that we call life. These past 13 years of our life has been filled with unforgettable memories, which is often accompanied by us singing and jamming out to our favorite songs, such as I Want It That Way from the Backstreet Boys, which somehow leads its way into our gradual hype of rap songs. I always feel bad when we are in the middle of jamming out and you're saying all the words to the song and I am mouthing the word watermelon to make it seem like I actually know the lyrics by heart, even though I have no idea what I'm even saying. You never fail to have a smile on your face, and I think that is something we could all learn from. Regardless of the situation, you always look at it from a positive perspective, trying to find the moments of happiness and positivity, even when at some points it may be harder to find. I am so incredibly proud of the hard work you've put into this day. You've grown to become so confident and so thoughtful, and I'm so lucky that I've been able to witness this growth. Your relentless work ethic is evident on the basketball court as you pour your heart and soul out into each and every game. Even though you are shorter than I am, I still look up to you as you inspire me constantly. You inspire me to be a better friend. You inspire me to work harder. You inspire me to never give up, even when moments may seem at the worst. You inspire me to keep working for my dreams. Since you have inspired me in so many ways throughout my life, I want to be able to inspire you. One of the things I have struggled over the past year or two is a fear of regretting something I do, or regretting something that I didn't do because I was too scared to even try. I've tried to challenge myself to push myself to overcome this fear, and over this process, I have learned that fear has two meanings: forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. The choice is yours. Congratulations, I'm so proud of you.
Aidan, Congratulations on this huge accomplishment. You've worked so hard over the past few months, and it definitely showed off this morning. I'm so proud to see the effort that when you put your mind to something and to be able to see your effort pay off. And it's not just this. Over the last few years, I've seen you work very, very hard at achieving your goals, whether it be school, basketball, whatever goals you set for yourself. Whenever you meet them, you always say, great, and then set new and more ambitious goals. And that is something so admirable about you. Your work ethic inspires me to continue to strive more and more every single day. It is crazy to see you standing here, a new man in Judaism, and somebody who has really grown into your own. I remember not too long ago when you would run around in my old clothes and everybody saw us as big Aidan and small Garrett. It's so crazy and amazing to see you grow into this individual, caring, charismatic, funny, smart person that you are today. You're nothing like I was when I was your age, and that's probably good. Today, you showed all of your friends and family what you've been working on for the past little bit, and I think I speak on behalf of everybody that you did a very, very amazing job. Congratulations on this big milestone in your life, and I can't wait to be here with you when you achieve your next. Mazel tov. Are you crying? No. You're crying.
I got you, Mom. It's okay, I was like that in 5th grade.
Aidan. So far, so good. Being part of today's service, the service that you led so beautifully in front of your Jewish community, your many friends and family, gives your mother and I so much joy and happiness. I know how hard you have been practicing for this special day, and it paid off. You did awesome. Today marks the end to many West Coast Arnold, Telesnik, B'nai mitzvahs that we've enjoyed for the past 12 years. And as your parent, I am proud that you, along with your brother and sister, have become a B'nai mitzvah and have affirmed your place in Judaism. Like you, I am also the third child in my family and know how challenging it can be at times having an older brother and sister. While you may be the last in our family, I am so proud that you have found your voice, your passion, your interest, your teammates, and your friends. And all of these things have helped you develop into the special person you are today. Anyone who knows you knows how much you love basketball, not only playing basketball, but watching hours of basketball games, especially the Clippers and the Rockets. Even though the Arnolds are not known for our height, that has not stopped you from reaching for the stars, and I am so impressed watching you play week after week and watching you put everything on the line. Like basketball, life is filled with many opportunities to score. Sometimes you will score easily, and sometimes you will miss. To me, it's not about whether or not you win or lose, but how you play the game, how fast you can rebound, and if you are prepared for the next opportunity. As your dad, I can't wait to help support you through life's journey and the many adventures that are in front of you. Aidan, you have so much passion and creativity and want you to keep that passion alive in everything that you do. Continue doing your best in everything, get many opportunities to score in life, and do it with passion and respect. And whatever the outcome is, be prepared to do it even better the next time. We spend a lot of time together, mostly driving to and from basketball practices and games, and I love sharing this time with you. I also love seeing how you interact with your friends. You are funny, caring, kind, and full of new ideas, and you make me laugh and appreciate life even more so along the way. When you were younger, we gave you 2 jars for money. 1 jar was for savings, and 1 jar was for spending. Well, You had no problem using the spending money right away, and even giving away the saving money was not difficult for you to hold on to. That is because you wanted to help others by giving gifts or tzedakah to those less fortunate, and understand how this now relates to your service project. When you were asked what service project you wanted to do, you were quick to select an organization that helps others less fortunate, and I'm glad you helped the shelter house in Ensenada make things a little bit better for those kids. Aidan, you are like the Ner Tamid. You are bright, you have everlasting passion, and you are full of hope. Just as the Ner Tamid has everlasting light, you will always be my shining light. I am so incredibly proud in how hard you have studied and worked to become a bar mitzvah. You are so responsible in your schoolwork and your other responsibilities, even when no one reminds you what needs to be done. You have studied for many years learning Hebrew, learning about Judaism, the customs and traditions, and I am proud that along the way you learned how to give back. Today you led us through an amazing service, and today will be a day we never forget. A day I'll never forget. I love watching you grow into a responsible, caring, loving young adult, and can't wait to be part of the many new adventures life has in front of you. I love you.
Okay. I'm not going to be able to get through this. Aidan, I would like to begin by thanking all of our friends and family who have gathered here today to share in this special honor with us. Many here have known you before you were even born, and others have watched you grow little by little and are so proud of you for leading us on this amazing day. 13 wonderful years ago, you came into our lives, and just like that, you made our family complete. You were sweet and gentle from the start, full of joy and full of wonder. As a little boy, you were filled with curiosity and laughter. You loved building Legos, collecting toy cars, and of course, spending time with all of your stuffed animal dogs. Each dog had a name and a personality of its own and would always manage to get into crazy adventures with you by its side. As you grew older, you began to take on a life of your own, making and cherishing your friendships. You love your friends and are never afraid to let them know how awesome you think they are. Your homemade birthday cards are always my favorite. Always something special about every person, always unique, and always from your heart. You love your family. Let me say that again. You love your family, and you never let us forget how important it is to laugh, even when life gets a little crazy and extra busy. You always keep us laughing and we never really know what to expect from you. I'll never forget volunteering at Express Valet for elementary school, and every time you greeted the cars every morning, you would use a different accent. Sometimes an English accent, sometimes an Australian accent, but my favorite was when you were Yuri from Soviet Russia. It always made the drivers laugh, wondering exactly who was going to greet them. As you continued to grow up, we watched your heart grow and your compassion for others become even deeper. You innocently asked me about the man in front of Target who needed money. That man's impact stayed with you, landed on your heart, and from that day forward, you would never let me walk by again without offering a donation or a kind word. Soon enough, you began carrying around your own change and quietly slipped it in as we passed by. You even said to me once as we hurriedly walked by, "Mom, how can you walk by someone and know they need help and then do nothing?" Your compassion and empathy for others humbles me. Aidan, your actions have impacted me, and your words have landed on my heart. I will never forget the day in middle school, the middle school psychologist called me at home to tell me you were overcome by emotion at school when seeing your friend fall and break his arm. At first, I thought maybe the emotion came from feeling a little guilty that horseplay got out of control, to later find out that it was true compassion for a friend and their unbearable pain that caused your flood of concern. On the basketball court, your emotion was a curse. If you had a bad game, we would all know it. Your coach, your teammates, the parents, your referee, the opponent, we all knew. But we all knew that that was fire, that passion and that compassion that makes you who you are. Aidan, it's not surprising to me that when it came time to pick your mitzvah project, that you chose to help the innocent children of Casa Albergue. I'm so proud of you for following your heart, seeing the need of those children, and knowing that even at 13 years old, you can make a difference. It was more to you than dropping off much-needed donation items. It was the time you spent with the children that made it so special. You found a way to bring joy and laughter and to love to those who needed it the most. Aidan, you've made me a better person by helping me see all the people around me. You truly see the good in people. You truly believe anyone can be better. You truly feel all people deserve the best that we can offer. I'm so honored to share this day with you and so proud of all the things that you've become.
Aw. So, Aidan, you become a bar mitzvah, not only in front of your family and your friends, but as has been mentioned, your community as well. And so your community wants to celebrate with you and offer you some blessings and also some gifts. So it is my honor to call forward, representing our board of directors, Mitch Cohen, our sisterhood, Sarah Schweitz, brotherhood, Mark Borove, and from our youth group, Leah Fidel.
Aidan, I've known you for a long time, and one thing I've learned is you are very enthusiastic and kind. Everyone here, including myself, is very proud of you. I'm so glad that I was chosen to present you with these $12 candles on behalf of the entire class. Mazel tov, Aidan, you did an amazing job. Thank you. So funny.
Hi, Aidan. Hello. Mazel tov. Congratulations. I am delighted here today to be and share this special day with you and your family and represent the women of the sisterhood of Temple Beth Shalom. You know, we love you so much, especially me, because you are an exceptional young man. You are blessed with intelligence, good looks, yes, and also a big heart, a big heart. You care about other people. You like to help people that are not as fortunate as you are, and this is really a gift. So with all these blessings and all of this is a good prescription for success. You can't fail. And you showed us today what you can do. And this was a flawless performance. It was not really a performance, but it was absolutely amazing. So my blessing for you today is as follows. May you be blessed with good health, happiness, prosperity, and shalom in the years to come. And so I know you're looking forward to the big celebration that you have tonight, the big party. And then we want to add some spice to this. And this is a present. This is a present from the sisterhood. And this is a Kiddush cup, okay? Now use it in good health. Use it when you, this coming Friday at home. Take it to college when you go there. And then later on to graduate school. And then when you get married,
let's go for medical school instead.
yes, and then when you get married, you take it to your home, okay? In that order. Okay?
Very specific.
It's very specific, yes. Okay, Mazel Tov, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All I can say is wow. I've never been so impressed on a bar mitzvah. I've gone through a lot of them here representing the board. You learn a lot about a person by what your friends think about you and what you do for others. Your Mitzvah project that you did shows that you care. You are doing Tikkun Olam, you are healing the world. From Brotherhood, we have a tzedakah box. Tzedakah box, I'm not sure if you know what that is. It's a Jewish piggy bank. But it's not for Aidan. It's money that goes to charity. I think I know what charity is going to go to. All I can say from Brotherhood, you did an outstanding job. Well done. This is how you hug, okay? I'll talk to your brother and sister.
Aidan, do you want the step?
Oh, yes.
Here we go.
I'm gonna have to look down again.
So many people ask, how does someone on the board of directors have the honor of presenting there you go. That's much better. Of having the honor of giving the gifts. Really, it's for us, it's certificates. We usually arm wrestle, but in this case, you being a basketball player, we had to pick the tallest member of the board. So how tall is Trey Young?
6'8", guys. Thank you.
No,
6'1".
6'2".
Come on, Ryan.
So you're
That's how tall I'm gonna be.
I'm 6'3". Anyway, so we had to go with the tallest board of director member. Anyway, what we've got here is a $250 gift certificate for a nifty tour in Israel, which is absolutely amazing. If that's something you want to do, I strongly recommend it, having been a graduate of that. Of course, this is suitable for framing, Mom and Dad. This is your bar mitzvah certificate with your name on it, correctly spelled. Very good. And then the piece de resistance, your J&F tree, which is Rabbi's joke, is your day to water it is
Thursday.
So anyway, you did a great job. Mazel tov to you and your family and all your friends for coming and enjoying this service with us. And yeah, I echo everyone's sentiments, so great job.
Thank you.
Good job. Very proud of you.
So you are going to receive many, many blessings from so many people throughout the whole day. But it is now our honor. No, you can go ahead and leave it right there. Yeah, don't worry, you're good. We're going to go up to the ark here in just a second. So I want to invite your parents, so Brian and Patty, if you'll come and join us at the ark, while Cantor and I get to bestow upon you our blessings, and we invite everyone to please rise. Aidan, here you stand, tall. You are. It's not just in inches that one is measured, but it is in deeds. And your deeds are so great and inspiring. So, my friend, you are the tallest one in this room because you inspire us and you remind us to always be looking up and be looking around and looking down as well and paying attention to everything that is going on in our world. To know that each and every one of us can make a difference if only we take that moment to pause and to realize the works of our hands, the words of our mouths, the actions of our feet, they can carry us to do greatness. So thank you. Thank you for that wonderful gift that you have given to us. We get to bestow upon you the gift of generations past, one that has been given to so many within this room. This blessing that is passed on in Torah and then from generation to generation. And someday you too will bestow this blessing on others. So it is our honor to stand here with you, to stand below this Ner Tamid, this eternal light, reminding us God's presence is always around us, but also within us, as we get to bestow these words upon you.
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and watch over you.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
May God's light shine on you, in you, and through you, and may God be truly gracious to you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
Aidan, May you always feel God's presence with you and around you. May God grant you a life that is filled with good health, with happiness, and most important of all, a life that is filled with shalom, with peace. Ken Yehi Ratzon, may this be God's will, and let us all say, Amen. We remain standing and we turn in our prayer books once again as we conclude our service with Aleinu L'Shabeach, page 586.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
Page 591.
ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Come join us right down here. As we remain standing and our thoughts turn to those who are no longer with us, yet truly the blessings of each of these individuals is always with us. We recall those who have recently departed from our community: Peter Koninsky, Sidney Waldman, Gloria Kopf, and Toby Pink. We also recall those whose yahrzeits we remember on this Shabbat and during this coming week. We especially remember the students of Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School: Alyssa Al-Hadef, Nicholas Dwaret, Chris Hickson, Gina Montalto, Meadow Pollock, Carmen Shentrup, Scott Beagle, Aaron Feiss, Luke Hoyer, Joaquin Oliver, Helena Ramsey, Peter Wang, Martin Duke, Jamie Guttenberg, Kara Lofren, Elena Petty, and Alex Schachter. We also remember the yahrzeits from within our own community: Jack Altschuler, Stanley Bear, Saul P. Balkoff, Fan Brown, Barbara Allison Bryant, June Chowson, Faye Chase, Thelma Danchis, Sanford Zoss, Sylvia Esco, Yvonne Renee Friedman, Joseph Friedman, Leighton Gorell, Ann Goldstein, Joseph Gorin, Robert Halpern, Cecilia Hempel, Sarah Hodes, Wayne Horowitz, Virginia Kefauver, Abraham Moskowitz, Dina Moskowitz, Neil Olaf, Sandy Kanselbaum Peterson, Mary Posner Cohn, James Rhines, Geraldine Rosenthal, Rachel Rudowski, Samuel Saltzman, Morton Sampson, Jeanette Schwartz, Gerald Michael Silver, Florence Smith, Saul Wasserman, and Leo Weiss. If there is anyone here who's in the period of mourning of Shiva, Shloshim, or Shana, the first week, the first month, or the first year of losing a loved one, or if you are recalling a yahrzeit of a loved one whose name I have not called, I invite you as I face in your direction to please share their names with us. For all of them and for all those who have given their lives al Kiddush Hashem, for the sanctification of God's holy name, and for all those who have no one to say Kaddish for them, we join together on page 598 with Kaddish Yatom, our mourner's Kaddish. Yit Kadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah, B'alma divrach yurtei v'yamlich malchutei, B'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, Bagalau v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei Shemei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'omei maya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitale v'yitalal Shemei Kudusha b'richu. Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Da'amiram b'yalma v'imru amen. Yehi Shlama Rava Min Shemaya, V'chaim Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael, V'imru Amen. Osei Shalom B'mromav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom, Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael, V'imru Amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved among us, and let us say together, Amen. Garrett and Lauren, if you guys will go ahead, you know what to do back here. I'm going to invite forward also our 7th grade class. If you all will come right up here behind Cantor. Well, we gather back here. Here we go. All right, our 7th grade class, you guys hold on to that for a moment. And so then, baked at the birth weight of our bar mitzvah. You guys hold on to that right there. Aidan, you stay in the middle close to them. And then Garrett and Lauren. Here we go. All right, so here, if you'll take a kiddush cup. Go ahead. Some grape juice. We're going to join together with kiddush and shehechianu, giving thanks to God for giving us life and sustaining us and enabling us to reach this moment. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazel. L'chaim. Here you go. All right, Aidan, go ahead and head over with your classmates there, please. All right, 7th grade, you guys ready? Our B'nai Mitzvah class, will you lead us in Motzi? Great, good. Pull a piece off. Go for it. I've got the bottom. There you go. Okay. I got this. Go ahead and take a piece off. I got the bottom. Thank you, Sophia. We join together with our closing song. That's okay. Don't worry about it.
Oseh Shalom B'mromav
Hu Ya'aseh Shalom. I'm going to set this over here.
Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru Amen. Oseh Shalom B'mromav Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru Amen. Oseh Shalom B'mromav Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru Amen. Oseh Shalom B'mromav Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru Amen.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Mazel tov. Go for it.
Brian has found a phone that has been lost, and hopefully will be soon found. This black phone was found in the bathroom. If you're missing a phone, please come claim it.
All right. Sarah, Oh, it doesn't have a thing on it? Oh, that's okay. You want to, you know what's really fun? Watch this. You can still get to the camera. Come here. Aidan, here, come here. There you go. Okay, because you can still, even though it's locked, get to the camera. Yeah. You think so? Which bathroom was it in?
You never know. Bathroom, and there was a bucket. This is like support choices. I'm assuming it was.
All right. All right.
Thank you.
You are welcome. We're going to take a quick picture.
Yes.
Yeah, that one. Do you know whose it is?
Arnold, the guy